In my 2 year stint of living in Bengaluru, dosa had been my staple food. The homemade dosas made by my Karnataka cook aunt was surely different than the ones of restaurants and office canteens. Let me show you today how the cook aunt used to cook dosas for us every Friday for breakfast. To make homemade dosas, I have taken 1 cup of urad dal, 3 cups of parboiled rice or any rice that you have at home, and 3 tablespoons of chana dal. The chana dal is optional, but it is added for extra crispiness. Soak all of them for 2 hours and then make a fine paste out of it and let it ferment for the next 12 to 14 hours. In Kolkata, it generally takes 10 to 12 hours to get fermented. If the weather is a little hot and humid, the fermentation will be done more easily and faster. After that, I am adding a bit of salt to it and keeping them aside for the next 2 to 3 hours when it will be dinner time for us. Now let us see how to make sambar dal. Sambar dal is an excellent dal or lentil recipe that not only tastes soury, salty and sweet all at a time, but the inclusion of vegetables makes it more wholesome. Aunt used to add chunks of pumpkins, potatoes, onion cubes and of course lots of drumsticks, the most healthiest ones. I'm using the same kinds of vegetables today to make my sambar dal. Also, I am using freshly picked curry leaves from my kitchen garden. Curry leaves are the essence of any South Indian dishes, I feel. Let me soak some tamarind in water and take out just the pulp and water, leaving the seeds behind. I had soaked tur dal for sambar last night. Let me cook it to a mashable consistency by adding turmeric and salt to it. After it's cooked, let me mash it a bit with the help of the back of a ladle. You can use a dal masher as well. Let me fry the vegetables now. I'm adding to heated oil potatoes, pumpkins and let them fry a bit. Adding drumsticks and onion cubes and stir fry. Meanwhile, to the mashed dal, I will be adding more hot water and bring it to a boil. Once the veggies are about 50 to 60% cooked, I will be adding them to the sambar dal like this. Now let the dal and the veggies get cooked all along together. I have a sambar powder recipe on my channel, linking it in the description box and the I button. This is the homemade sambar powder I am using. Adding about 3 teaspoons of sambar powder to the dal. Mix it well. You can see the vegetables are cooked now almost. Adding tamarind and jaggery to the dal to cook further. What is a gorgeous dal without a tadka? In a pan of heated oil, add black mustard seeds, red chilies, hing or asafoetida and curry leaves, and then drop the oil along with the contents inside the dal pan. Let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes further by covering the pan. Once the dal is cooked, you can switch off the flame and let it rest until you need them. To make the potato filling, adding to the heated oil, mustard seeds, curry leaves, hing, chana dal turmeric powder, chilies. When seeds begin to splatter, add onions and fry. Add mashed boiled potatoes and jeera or cumin powder to it. Cook all together till a mashed potato with a wonderful aroma is ready. Do not forget to add salt to taste as well while cooking the filling. Potato filling makes dosa a wholesome food along with sambar dal. Although skipping the filling, onion dosa, butter dosas are popular as well. As the potato filling is getting ready, let me start making the dosa. The runny consistency batter along with salt is ready after fermentation. To make dosas, make sure you preheat the tawa very well. Non-sticks are better options, but today I will show you how to make dosas on a traditional iron tawa. To a very hot tawa on high to medium flame, add a ladle full of batter at the center, and by moving the ladle round and round, spread the batter on the tawa. Cover cook it for about a minute and then remove the cover and brush or drizzle some oil on top of the dosas. From sides, start scratching the dosa until you reach the center and the dosa comes off easily from the tawa. Additionally, you can cook the flip side of the dosa for 30 seconds or so. This is completely optional. Then flip again and put the potato filling at one side of the dosa and roll it like this. And yes, the first perfect dosa is ready to serve along with sambar dal. With the rest of the batter, let me quickly make some other dosas as well. But before I jump on to making the second one, I have to properly clean the tawa so that none of the residue from the earlier one remains on the tawa. So I'm cleaning it with a fresh piece of cloth. Now the second one, just see how I make it. Traditionally, chutneys are served along, but for us Bengalis, getting sambar dal with dosas at home are just dreams. So we care a little about chutneys. Dosas are a weekly regular at my home for dinner or breakfast. I left Bengaluru, but with this tradition, I am keeping the love for the place still alive in my heart. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.